What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So let's cover one of my favorite ways to invest ever besides real estate. And I would even go so far as to say that this is the best, safest, and easiest long-term investment strategy out there for most people. And also, this is the investment strategy that requires very little work, no skill needed, and still has some of the best returns out there. And even more surprising, what if I told you that this investment outperformed 99% of individual investors and almost 95% of hedge funds? And this is something you can do with about 20 minutes of your time. And yes, I know that you know what I'm already talking about here based on the title of the video, but let's drum up a little bit of suspense because I'm talking about Vanguard index funds. So let's go over exactly what an index fund is, how it works, and how you can set this up yourself in a matter of minutes to profit long term and maybe one day get like Lambo rich or like yacht rich or buy private islands or...
This is the best piece of advice I've ever heard about investing. It came from a millionaire I looked up to as a kid. After overhearing him talk about investing, I wanted to get involved, but as a complete beginner, I didn't know where to start. So I asked him, how do I pick the right stocks to invest in? His answer was very simple. Treat it like finding a girlfriend. This is quite a clever way to look at it because when you buy a share in a company, you actually become a part owner. This is like a partnership between you and the company. And just like a relationship, you want to make sure it's happy, long, and successful. But look, I'm not going to pretend that there's a crystal ball that can tell you when to buy a stock before it rockets in value like most of the fake gurus online. However, there are certainly a few things you can do to tip the odds in your favor. When you're looking for a partner,
the global economy will contract by 3% this year, the worst downturn since the Great Depression.
Surely this is the end of the stock market. But as things reopened, the market soared 27% from its low, setting new records. What a comeback. Something I didn't mention is the guy that invested his money in 1985 was actually me when I turned 18 years old. The average return over this time period was 11.23% per year. So if I'd have only invested $250 per month during this time, then I would have made $1,841,521.08. That's a return of over 6,000%. But between us, I invested a lot more than that. So now you understand the power of investing, I think it's time to jump into the details. Honestly, it's amazing